Today I wanted to share this great new utility that I found online that really aids in developing web pages, especially when you're trying to make changes to CSS all the time and figure out what it looks like in the browser. And rather than continuing to hit refresh every 2 minutes or as you make your changes, just to basically let the browser deal with making the updates itself. So there's this site, CSSRefresh.freebsite.nl, and what it does is essentially allows you, with a little bit of JavaScript that you can embed in your page, it automatically refreshes the page on its own with the new CSS. And it doesn't really refresh the page as much as it does just reload the CSS. You can also create a bookmarklet so that if you're doing development on let's say a .NET Nuke site, you don't have to actually change your page. You just click on the bookmarklet, and that'll automatically inject the appropriate JavaScript in your page and then allow it to function properly. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in action. So I've got on my page here, so let me just put this side by side for a second. And so I've got a .NET Nuke DNN7 website here, and I want to test out maybe some changes to the header style. So first thing I want to do is maybe change these from having black links up here in my menu to maybe having a slightly different color. And I know that these links are controlled here on this line 626. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to maybe a darker red. So I'm going to go maybe with a C666, and then I will go ahead and come up, hit my file save, and what you should see is in just a second, if I've got my bookmarklet loaded, this would change. So let me go ahead and load this bookmarklet. We'll go ahead and click on that, and then go ahead and hit our save again, and notice that it changed. So even if I come back here and take it back to the 666, and right after I hit save, then my color changes back. So this is really nice, allows me to get real sort of instant viewing of what's going on in my browser. And then let's come up here maybe a little bit further, and I want to change that background color here from that white. I want to maybe change that to a darker color. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Should be right in this section, in this site header. So I've got my site header outer, this FFF here, and maybe I want it to be something a little more muted, maybe a 666. So that, and then we'll go ahead and save that. And now you can see that, with just a couple of clicks inside my CSS, make my changes, and I can see sort of those changes happening real time inside my browser. A lot of people will say, well, why don't I just use the ability to edit within my browser tools? And the reason that I'm not always comfortable with that is that then I have to go and resync those changes that I made in the browser back over to my original CSS. And this way, by editing the raw CSS directly, I know that when I find the values that I really like, that I've already got all my changes, they're already saved, I don't have to do anything else, and I know that they're just going to work. So that's it. CSS Refresh, give it a try. I think it's going to really be a great addition to my development toolbox.